is fixed on the prize. It is the ultimate calm before the inevitable storm. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. We are just getting started.
Frank Rijkaard's presence here in the middle will be massive, Peter. He's so physically dominant, such a destroyer.
But he does have a certain X-factor as well, doesn't he?
Yeah, and that's the side of his game that makes him so special, that ability to play on the front foot, triggering counter-attacks, quickening the tempo, and even carrying the ball forward, you know, if required.
Which has come to be expected from players in that position now, but at the time, of course, it was revolutionary.
Absolutely was.
Now, this could be a chance. Puskas. Cruyff going face-to-face with his great rival. Beckenbauer deals with that comfortably. Messi. And it's Joelinton. And it's Messi. Neither of these two want to come off second best. That's Rijkaard. San Antonio appearing to have the better of things in these early exchanges. Donadoni running with the ball, and he plays one through. Shot could be on, and Del Piero! Goal! A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
San Antonio are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Donadoni. Cruyff. McAllister. Puskas! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Well, it's probably going to take something very special to beat him today.
That's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Zanetti venturing down the left. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Takes a shot! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Cruyff clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Baresi.
San Antonio really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
For Joelinton. San Antonio are seeing plenty of the ball, but for now they trail. Messi is always looking to break lines. And it's Rijkaard. That's really well manoeuvred. Aimed beyond the defence. Zanetti. Cruyff. Rijkaard. Donadoni, who's set up one goal so far. Now it's Puskas. And Puskas! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Joelinton. Batistuta. Rijkaard. Now it's Puskas. Donadoni. Great challenge, time to perfection. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
Beckenbauer. And Jamal. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Tries to play it, Batistuta! And he couldn't finish.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
He's chosen to go back.
Really got in his face there.
Real chance! Well, that is rather wayward.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
Koundé. McAllister. And it's Zanetti. Yamal, he has found a way through. In comes the corner. San Antonio with the corner, there first. Irwin goes short. Cross goes in there. Rijkaard tries to clear. And the finish!
There will be 1 minute added time.
Nearly, but not quite. This possibly the last play of the half. Irwin with the short one. And it's Messi. So, a temporary halt to the action. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. San Antonio
And a quick announcement today that
by
memorabilia
just one
from
goal
today's
at
match
the break.
is now on sale in the stadium.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second. So straight into the second half.
Well, I think starting this half in a strong manner is essential, Peter, if you're chasing the game, which they are. You know, go with intent and purpose. Let your opponents know you're not just going to quietly bow down.
Pinches it off him. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other.
Well, I think that move petered out due to a lack of urgency. There was no cutting edge.
And that is expertly dealt with. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Puskas. And this is Del Piero. That is lovely. And Del Piero! Oh, that was wicked, a truly wicked effort.
Well, that was certainly bold, Peter. He's never short on confidence.
Beckenbauer. Still chasing the game, trailing by one. Well, that is one way to stop him. And it's McAllister. Rijkaard. Cruyff. Driving through. Oh, shooting chance! Linton. 60 minutes played. Yamal powering forward here. Messi is in a really good position out wide. That's very neat.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
They're coming again and again.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
We've not seen much from this team as a whole, Peter. OK, that's largely due to the way their opponents have approached it, but they can up their game considerably, and I mean considerably.
McAllister. Zanetti. Can he finish? And yes, it's there! 2 up now, and they are cruising. Any deeper thoughts about that goal?
Yeah, it's wonderful work, Peter. He just got his head down and absolutely drilled it. Good luck getting to that for the keeper.
So that's 2 now without reply.
You can really sense how...
And the shot! Oh, the ball. That's another chance! It's in! Right back in the game! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
And that's great movement from him. He instinctively knew that the ball was going to come back out and put himself where he needed to be. The sort of thing you just can't teach.
Just 1 in it now.
Oh, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs. I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Driving forward. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Now it's Puskas. Cruyff. And it's Zanetti. To McAllister. And it's Cruyff. Oh, cracking ball. It's out for a goal kick. San Antonio could be just about done here.
Yeah, it's not looking good, Peter. Never say never, though.
Rijkaard. Baresi. Irwin. Robertson. Robertson getting forward. Messi. And here's Joe Linton. And here's Messi. And he was alert to it.
San Antonio really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
It's a promising position.
There will be 1 minute added time.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Lovely ball. And a chance! And that will be it. Well, that was intense. An enjoyable contest that either could easily have won, ultimately decided by just the odd goal. The end of the game. Reflections?
Please be made
Well,
aware
Peter,
that
this was
smoking is
probably
only
more
permitted
Heady ambitions here, ahead of a game of massive consequence.
Hello everybody, and
The
welcome
objectives
to
are
today's
clear.
match.
To miss out on them would be unthinkable. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. Well, there are plenty who consider Marco van Basten to be the very epitome of excellence, and it's hard to argue with that, Jim, isn't it?
Certainly is. Everything.
Can he finish? Goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
Oh, delicious, such devilish curl.
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
San Antonio penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead.
So far, so good, Peter, but they need to start thinking of the next...
Messi! And he's stuck it away! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
After 7
And he
minutes
stuck it
is
away as if
number
laser
10.
guided.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Lionel Messi!
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Messi!
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
And it's Lampard. Good running, strong, and... It's Lampard! It's a loose ball. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Zanetti. Van Basten, now it's Messi, and he cuts out the supply. Lampard, spread to the right. Lampard, and he's managed to get free. Look at the space, he's had a shot! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Batistuta clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
San Antonio with the corner, they're first. Irwin goes short. Just about midway through the first half, and it has been an engaging watch. Looking for the run. Oh, that's clever. He has found the way through. Played out towards the right wing. And it's Schneider. Played into the box. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. That's a lovely, neat pass. Looking for a runner. That's beautifully weighted. Thinks about the shot. Rodri has created one goal already. That's an imaginative pass. Oh, perfectly measured that. Tries a shot! Goal by Leverkusen! And the comeback is complete. Pressure, what pressure? He feels none of it.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
By Leverkusen with the lead.
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get it?
Takes a shot! Of course! They're level in a trice!
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. Killer pass, perfectly delivered.
It is compelling, this, utterly compelling.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Beckenbauer promptly onto that, and that is that. Messi. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Zanetti. And this is Van Basten. Messi. And it's Rodri. And here's Van Basten. And it's made its way to him. He's having a shot! Now, who's going to be first to this? A potential goal of the season contender, if only.
Well, it came to nothing in the end, but it certainly got the crowd going.
There's the header! But he's left disappointed. Robertson is one whose deliveries we all know about. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, well played, well played. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
And it's Vitinha. Great vision. It's a promising position. He's found a way through. Zanetti crosses. Messi. McAllister. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Lampard. Now it's
2 added
Batistuta.
minutes has been indicated.
Now it's Yamal. Over to the right flank. Vitinha. And the whistle goes for half-time. San Antonio are finally getting a much-needed break. It's been absolutely breathless stuff so far.
Please turn
It
your
is
attention
quite
to the
a game,
screen for
breathless
information
and
provided
laced
by
with
the local
excitement.
police.
Well, I can tell you it's been a wonderful watch, Peter. I'm not complaining. The goals just seem to keep on coming. It clearly means that defending hasn't been at its best, but you know what I'm like when it comes to defending.
It's a really enthralling 45 minutes, beautifully poised for the 45 to follow. The score at half-time, 2-2. San Antonio kick off the second half. And he's forced to go back. Beckenbauer. Baresi. Rodri does really well to win the ball there. Can he get on the end of this? And he's picked it up out wide. No way through, so back it's...
Well, whenever he reminds us of his wondrous skill set, it's usually something very memorable or even unforgettable. We'll certainly remember that one.
That is glorious, as if he picked it up and put it there himself.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
Bayer Leverkusen leading now. Baresi. McAllister is the team's great visionary. Baresi. Robertson. Now it's Messi. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Tries to play it through. Yamal gets flagged offside. Triol. Could be danger here. He's got away. He slipped. Whistle's gone, and the referee has given a penalty. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game. Messi shoulders the responsibility. And he scores! Back in business! Not much more than a formality.
That's a good penalty. Made the keeper commit early and set himself up for quite a comfortable finish.
Quite a game this, all square again.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
Oh, it's Van Basten. Lampard, renowned for his long-range shooting. Van Basten going forward. Duke was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. He's a sharp little ball here. Oh, good read.
That was well played.
Shapes to shoot! Costa Curta clears without hesitation. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, good spread. Well, what about it? San Antonio have dragged it back at the last. Baresi. McAllister. Now it's Batistuta. Now it's Yamal. And he's been shifted off it. San Antonio have kept their powder dry on the substitution front so far. Could that be about to change?
Well, you would hope for some movement off the bench, Peter, knowing you get an extra sub in extra time.
It's not an especially good pass, that. Baresi. Rijkaard. Messi. Oh, this is a very good run.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
McAllister. And it's Zanetti. It's a threatening ball. Corner then.
Substitution for Leverkusen.
Bayer
Number
Leverkusen
27,
have their second corner now.
Schneider. Number 14, Elhaj Diouf. Coming on the field,
San
number
Antonio
15,
have the
De
chance to
Bruyne.
go the other way.
Number 20, Hazard.
And this is Messi,
Substitution.
and he lines up a cross.
Well played and well cleared.
Back in possession and ready to go again. A good play on the left-hand side here. And there's his chance to lead the counter.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there...
Oh no, this does not look good. Now, can he find a finish? Great chance! Oh wow, that's crazy! A game of margins, a game of thrills. This might just do it. Minimal lapse, maximum punishment. How that hurts.
Oh, how can they be so careless, Peter? It's too casual. They were never going to get away with that kind of sloppiness.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
That's just
added
as the
minutes has been
manager would have
indicated.
seen it, an impact sub.
San Antonio found a way, forcibly. Now they must hold out.
Well, what an end to the game, Peter. But now comes the overwhelming question, how long is there left, including stoppages?
Shifted it to the flank. The less said about that pass, the better.
Substitutions taking place.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
And that's it. San Antonio can celebrate now. They have exactly what they craved. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
San Antonio can be really happy with this. I saw it as one of these defining games for them, and they showed real character to get the job done. A big statement for anyone who might be up next.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a
Those of
very
you
good
making their
evening.
way home on public transportation today, please watch the screen for train departure times from...